Sebastian Vittel, the Formula One champion, has a new gig as Infiniti test driver and product advisor.
Infiniti's involvement in Formula One is not merely a marketing exercise. Sebastian Vettel gave extensive input into the development process of the new Q50, particularly with regard to the steering system, the brake performance, and body control and suspension movement.
So in sport mode, the car is very direct. Through the slalom, the car feels settled and it felt under control, let's say. In standard, just seems to be one less response. The steering wheel is lighter, but also the car is less direct and less natural in a way, especially when you get with a little bit of bumps up and down, left and right, change of direction. It's not direct because there's a delay. I think this needs further tuning.
All of these recommendations contributes to the dynamic advantages that this car offers against its competition.
Just about to do the high-speed test. It was extremely interesting for me to get the new car ready. There were some experiments that still needed some polishing. Just about to enter the oval now. I was just trying to give a little bit of feedback, talking about steering, braking behavior, things like that. So it was good to get a first impression.
Well, Sebastian's involvement within the development of Infiniti vehicles has been very similar to how he offers feedback within Red Bull. Sebastian will drive any vehicle on the limits. Be that a road car or a Formula One car, his sense, feel and touch is something quite unique.
Well, this guy definitely knows how a car should handle. We caught up with the Formula One champ at the Frankfurt Auto Show. And I can tell you he's a calm, reasonable guy with absolutely no ego issues.
So you get to enjoy the show a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
That's hard to imagine, I know, in a Formula One champion. But he's a busy guy with probably not much time for lengthy engineering meetings at Infiniti.
You're making history in Formula One. It's great to see. And a pleasure to have you here. But what I want to ask, though, is when you're now in charge of performance at Infiniti, really, does a Formula One car have anything to do with a big luxury sedan?
Well, obviously it's limited, you know. If you look at our car, it's very rough. It's purely about performance.
Yes.
But, there's a lot of things, you know, within the process that are very similar. Basically, my role is to, you know, test drive and give some feedback. So help in terms of performance, trying to make the cars handle better, perform better. So obviously I'm not, you know, in charge of the design, but yeah.
But when you race in Formula One, you're on your back, you know, you're driving like this.
Yeah, so I won't tell them to put the seat exactly that way.
Oh, I thought you might.
I think the average customer wouldn't see that much and wouldn't be too happy, but yeah, as I said, it's, you know.
That was my suggestion, so it's
just
not
in
a good
terms
one.
of how you feel the car, handling, how you like the steering, the brakes, and just how it appears, how it, you know, how it feels. That's the stuff that I'm trying to help with.
Well, I'm led to believe then that being a Formula One world champion is an easy job because you have time for another one.
I'm obviously, as I said, I'm not the key person, you know, designing and building the cars. I'm just trying to give a little bit of help.
But why do you want to do it? Why do you know, winning championships is what drivers do. No?
Yeah, but
it's
nice, obviously, you know, it's a partnership with the team, so that's where the link originally comes from. And it's nice to do, you know, something different. Obviously, I love cars. You know, the job that I do is about cars, the fastest cars in the world. So, and it's nice to see, you know, yeah, how a car gets built, the process behind it, how long it takes for road cars. You know, you're talking years from scratch to when you first see the car on a show like this, and then another couple of years before you get to drive it on the road, which, you know, you just have to be very patient compared to Formula One.
Next year, Formula One goes to 6-cylinder engines with electric assist. Maybe then Nissan's experience with the all-electric Leaf might help Vittel stay on top.
I think next year when Formula One rules change, I think Nissan is going to be more useful to you because they have a lot of electrical technology that goes into Formula One cars next year.
Yeah, it's very complex. I mean, at this stage, it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen next year.
Yeah.
Maybe one or the other rule needs to adapt a little bit. I think the engineers are flat out trying to guess and trying to get a feel for next year's cars. Obviously, in terms of numbers and simulations, you know a couple of things, but I think we're really looking forward to get the car on track. The engine as well, everything is new, so yeah, we'll see. Obviously, a big change, a big revolution. Bit of a shame, to be honest, that the V8's come to an end. I'm sure the V6, the turbo engines, will be nice, but if I had a choice, I'd rather go the other way.
You've had some success this way.
No, rather go 2 cylinders more rather than 2 cylinders less.
Well, after the break, we'll see if new management and new designers can move Infiniti into the top ranks of luxury performance brands.